Hi, I'm Andy Burgess. I'm a product specialist here at Aston Martin, and what I'd like to do is take you through this gorgeous interior of this DB11 V12. So the first thing you notice when you get into an Aston Martin is that aroma of the leather. It's Bridge of Weir leather from Scotland, all hand stitched together. In this particular car we have perforation, we have air conditioning and heated seats. We also have a combination of Alcantara and leather in this particular car, but you could go for the option for complete leather throughout. Also, we have an option of broguing as well, which you'd normally find in a high-end shoe. The switchgear, the paddles, there's an authenticity about them. There's real materials, it's real metal and also glass on the switchgear as well. So what I'd like to do is take you through the seat control. You'll find the seat control on the transmission tunnel on the left-hand side here. You'll notice the base seat control, so you can push that down or raise the seat up. You've also got the reclining button as well, and fore and aft using the base. You've got 3 memory positions, and you've also got lumbar in terms of lumbar at the lower back, middle of the back, and also in the base of the seat, and lumbar support in the side bolsters, so you can bring and squeeze those in depending on the size of your frame. And that all works as well with the adjustment on the steering as well in terms of the memory. So you have forward or back with the steering, and also up and down. So you can really get this seat position and the steering position perfectly adjusted for yourself. So we'll go through the window controls and the mirror controls, which you'll find on the armrest here. So obviously you've got your window buttons left and right, and below that you'll have the boot release button as well. So at the top you'll have a beautifully finished chrome button. So if you use that, flick to the right hand side for this mirror here, and then we'll use the black joypad to actually adjust the mirror. If you want to adjust the passenger mirror, we'll use that chrome button again, flick it to the left, and then use the joypad once more. So let's now go through the ventilation controls, or some of the controls that you'll find on the waterfall here. Obviously you've got the park, reverse, neutral and drive buttons, all finished in glass with your engine start button in the centre. Now to operate these buttons you'll always need your foot on the brake for that to happen. So below that you have all the ventilation controls, your heated seats and your cooling seats for left and right, air conditioning all in the centre, and then below that you have your one-touch navigation, radio, media and telephone buttons. So if you want to turn on the infotainment system, there's a little button just down here on the centre stack. So if we press that button there, you'll have the screen appear. Now there's 4 ways of actually operating the infotainment screen. You can use your voice through the steering wheel button here. You can use the buttons that are actually on the waterfall here, navigation, radio, media or telephone. Or you can use the touchpad or the control wheel to actually interact with the infotainment system. So to access your USB ports and also your SD card, we have a powered armrest. You'll find the button just here. Also that will expose your cup holders as well, left and right, and you'll notice your USB and your SD card at the back here, so you can plug your phone in for charging. Press it again and then your armrest will come back. So there's some controls on the steering wheel which we're going to take you through now. Now we've already spoke about the sport button for the engine and the gearbox and the suspension button, but you also have the volume button on the left hand side here, so you can scroll up and down the volume. On the right hand side you have the controls to operate the screen on the right hand side of the binnacle here. If you go into the home screen using the home button, then you have the trip, navigation, radio, media, and again you can use the scroll button here to scroll through. If you want to choose one of those, then you press the actual scroll button itself and it will come up with the choice that you've made. If you want to go back, use the go back button, it takes you back to that menu. You've also got your telephone answering buttons as well, so to answer on the right hand side and to hang up on the left hand side. So that concludes the interior of this beautiful DB11 V12. So if you'd like to actually take advantage of driving this particular car or actually sitting in it and playing with all the controls as we have been, visit your local dealership. I'm sure they'll be able to assist in that process.